You got a beer? You ready?
Yeah, we got beer. I already started drinking.
Jesus, must be nice, guy. Hold on, I had to grab the French beer just in case of
Oh,
gout. So,
Michelob.
Michelot. You want to introduce since you've been running show? I've been missing in action in a while.
Sure,
I'm not used to
sure,
this anymore. So go ahead, man. You run it.
sure. All right, guys. Welcome back to another Beer Fish Fanatics podcast. I am Kit. I have a YouTube channel, and today I have a special guest, someone that you guys haven't seen in a while. He is Grandy from MAPOP Sports. You wanna talk about yourself real quick?
Sure, man. Sure, dude. Cheers, man. First of all, thanks for having me, Kit.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm drinking the French beer. It's not the same, but yeah, man, it's good to be back, guys. Sorry, I mean, everybody, I've been missing in action. I've been doing a few things a little bit different, uh, having a little fun, spending time with the kiddos, and we'll definitely talk about a bunch of stuff because I've been on injured reserve for many different things. So, but
You
and then I started this new YouTube channel. If you guys, hey, make sure everybody go check it if you have a chance. It's called MAPOP Sports. If you guys like sports cards, sports gambling. That's pretty much the whole thing. And then it's unfiltered, completely rated R. So, I have a potty mouth, so you guys already know that shit. So
So you quit fishing or what? I think that's probably what everybody's wondering. Like, where's Grandy? Like, does he quit fishing? What's going on there?
no, and you know what? I do want to tell all our listeners and followers, everybody on that follow us on here on Beer Fish Fanatics and even Mop Fishing for reaching out. I appreciate that, man. That was I didn't realize there's a lot of people who would actually reach out to me, making sure that I'm alive and I'm okay, that I didn't fall off the cliff of the world or anything. But I didn't. And yes, I still fish. But at the moment, when I say I was on injured reserve, the reason being because I think the last episode or two, whatever we were talking about. Remember I went ice fishing? I fucking had gout and I thought I you know drilled and sprained my wrist. Well, looks like I went. Okay, so this is the thing. I went ice fishing about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, guys, and my wrist was still sore. So this is about 6 weeks after, and I was like, okay. After I went ice fishing again, it really hurt because fishing kit took me to a spot, and we could talk about that too. And we were catching fish, and I was catching. It wasn't maybe 9 inch crappies, maybe a couple 8 inch, 9 inch bluegills, and I didn't want to fucking act like a little bitch, but it was hurting, and I didn't want to say anything because Kit would have been laughing at me for catching a freaking 8 inch fish, and I'm kind of it was really hurtful. And then I caught a 20 plus inch walleye. He had to actually have to help me land it because it was, I mean, it was really painful. So long story short, I after that day, I texted Kit. I was like, dude, I had to ice my wrist. He was like, what? What the hell? You had to ice your wrist? I go, man, it was so sore. It was hurt. I was like, man, something's wrong. So the next day, I didn't tell Kit, but I actually had I told my wife. My wife's like, you know what? It's been 6.5 weeks. I think you might want to go get it checked out. So I made an appointment, went to the urgent care. They checked my wrist, they x-rayed it and everything, and found out I had a broken wrist. So I've had a broken wrist approximately 7.5, almost 8 weeks now, and this is what the good thing. So the doctor actually, when they showed me the x-ray, you can see the fracture. I think it's a scaphoid bone. It's a scaphoid bone right here in the wrist on the right hand. And what they were telling me was the fracture was a clean in the middle break. And he goes, you are really, really lucky because he could see that it's healing. 'Cause I saw the crack, and he said you can see it's healing, and luckily it's straight so that it doesn't affect any blood flow to anything on my wrist. Because they were telling me if it was a little crooked or if it was a little bit off, that would cause the pain. And number two, they would probably have to do surgery to recorrect it. So I was lucky that and this was literally probably the first time I went fishing since last year, since I hurt my arm.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, it was a rough one. And then And then, like I said, it's still in pain right now, and I'm actually doing physical therapy now twice a week. And right now, they saying the bone is it's there. It's almost. They say that can take anywhere between about 8 weeks to approximately, I don't know, 10 weeks. Who knows? To for the bone to kind of heal completely. But then it's the ligaments and the tendons that are completely jacked up right now, and they say that can take anywhere from 6 months to a year.
Jeez,
Yeah.
man, ice fishing is dangerous. Good thing the season's over. Give you time to recover.
Yeah, that's and this is probably one of the worst ice fishing because I only went like 3 times, dude. Not no, yeah, 3 times. I literally have only went 3 times. The first one injured myself. Second time went with you, and I re-injured and then found out I had a broken wrist. And then I went just recently with some buddies, and I had to have everybody else do everything for me because I couldn't drill. I couldn't really twist anything. I can't. I still have a hard time on my old vehicle to start the car. I can't. That's the most painful thing is to start my vehicle with my right, and I'm right-handed, obviously, and then also to open up the fucking gas tank, dude. It's the most painful thing to open that up and close it. For some reason, you use that twisting action. It just jacks up my wrist. So you guys can imagine trying to set a freaking hook, whether I'm ice fishing or open water fishing. That's why it's going to be a while before I can really fish, I think.
You gotta switch to the left hand, man. You gotta do left hand cast, left hand with the rod and reel with the right.
That's man, but that's the thing. See, the reel, the right. And this is the thing with my hand is if you put a certain amount of force against it at a weird angle, it has this acute sharp pain all of a sudden. It's just like yeah, it sucks, man. So that was kind of the reason number one. Another reason, if you guys are wondering where have I been, social media, I've kind of you know what, I made it a conscious effort 2023 to actually get off of like Facebook, kind of get off of Instagram, some of Instagram, kind of get off of a lot of social media. The only thing I've been doing is just YouTube, anything, and it just kind of spend more time, and then no more like TikTok, all that shit. I kind of cancel all social media, honestly, and Twitter and all that stuff. I canceled all, and just kind of focus more time on the kids and family a little bit more. That was kind of my goal because I felt like I was attached to that phone a little bit too more than the kids and life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It
get
was
it.
as I was worrying, whether I'm not even talking about getting likes or clicks or anything like that. It was just that I was so more engaged in the virtual world. I felt like than my kids sometimes. I felt and the
Then the
wife
real world.
in the real world,
Yeah.
exactly what we used to have. So I was just like, you know what? I didn't tell anybody, and then I just like conscious effort shut that off for a while, and then I told you, and then the podcast, I still wanted. We can jump into it too, but I wanted to take a break from that, and also the recording of fishing shit, because I'll tell you this straight up right now, guys. MAPOP fishing channel. I mean, videos may come whenever they come, and the reason I say that is because it got to a point where it wasn't fun. Like fishing wasn't fun. It felt like a freaking chore. And once that happened, and granted, I've only been recording for a little bit over a couple, a year and a half, 2 years. So I was like, once that, and then, that and having the podcast and everything, it just made fishing not fun. And once that happens, what's the point of it, right?
Right.
So, I mean, some people, I mean, you're grinding like, people just don't understand that, the grind to record, edit videos, and then the fish has to cooperate on top of that, or else you haven't posted a skunk video yet. You know what I mean? And right,
Yeah, I'll say it right now. I'll never post a skunk video.
that,
I mean, I'm
exactly.
lucky, or I don't know if lucky is the right word for it, but I am fortunate enough where I've got enough content that I can keep my pace going,
Mhm.
and I could stop fishing for like 3 months and still put out a video once a week.
Yeah, and I can't do that. And even if I wanted to, it's like I didn't get out enough to record. And then this was, I think, towards the end of November. This is what I felt like when I was going out. I was recording, and then I was like, I wanted to go out just to have fun, but then I was just worried if the fish was going to cooperate. I'm just like, man, it just kind of deterred of having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be a relaxing, fun thing, not a stressful thing that shit, the fish better freaking cooperate or this is going to be a shit video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn. And then that's why I came to a realization. I was like, all right, I'll record, I'll edit whenever I have time. I'll post a video here and there. But it just wasn't as fun as I wanted what fishing should be. So, and then the injury on top of that, everything, I was just like, all right, I have to take a break from everything I can't fish. I can't record. I can't edit anything. I was like, what am I going to do on the podcast? Talking to kid about shit that I can't do. It was, defeats the purpose. And then plus, I was talking to kid. I was like, we've been doing this for almost 2.5, 3. This is going on our 3rd year. And I was just like, man, it's just, to me, things kind of felt, what's that word I'm looking for? Like it was just kind of redundant. I think I said that. You know what I mean? And I was just like, maybe we have to create, or not just come up with new format or whatever, or instead of doing, like, we were just kind of talking. So just so everybody knows, instead of doing an episode every week, every other week or something, I think Fishing Kid and myself had decided, if that's okay with everybody, and even if it is not, shit, it sucks for you guys, but we're gonna do one episode a month. And what we're talking about is we're going to release the episode the first week of every month, the first Monday of every month, right? First Monday.
Yeah. And then if I feel like recording with random people, I can always just do that too.
Yeah, I mean, no. We'll definitely have a few. I think we'll have a few episodes here and there. If we have extra time to record, or anything. But I think commitment wise, myself and Kit, we can definitely commit to at least once a month, the first Monday of every month. I think we can release an episode the first Monday in every month. So that way it gives you guys to eat up the episode and then just wait for a whole month before you hear our beautiful angelic voices again.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of my whole shebang, what I've been doing for the past couple months here. And like I said, I probably won't be able to. Ice fishing, like we said, is pretty much done here in central Iowa, and I really can't go fishing, and I'm kind of nervous to even go open water fishing yet with my wrist. I really like. See, this is the thing too. I would have to cast and everything with the left hand, because the right hand, this right wrist, because I can't even go play basketball with my daughter. Like, I can't shoot. So imagine me trying to cast. I can't even cast with this hand.
Yes, with the other hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's completely. I mean, it's better than not fishing, right? So I totally get that. But I'm just afraid, man, because man, it sucks, dude. It's really painful. Like I said, I was really concerned if I was gonna have to have surgery, because I thought like some of the ligaments, something was wrong. When you're 8 weeks into it, and it was like, man, and then I went to catch some small ass fish, and then I felt like it was like horrible soreness and everything. I was like, man, something was wrong. So it was probably a good thing I went to. That was the thing too. My wife said, "Oh, see, you idiot, so stubborn. I didn't go get it checked the first time, because if I would have went in after the initial injury, I would have known instantly. Within, okay, it's broken. You know what I mean?"
Right. You could have been on your road to recovery already.
Yeah, I could have. You're probably right, because I probably would have been into physical therapy a lot sooner. Instead of 6.5, 7 weeks into it, I probably would have been a week or 2 weeks into it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But go figure. So, but other than that, yeah, man, that's what I've been doing. And then, and then I started that YouTube channel, MAPOP Sports. So I mean, I still like doing that shit, but I love sports, man. You know me. Yeah, I'm really big into sports, especially if our listeners, any college sports, football, basketball. Like I said, I've been doing that. And then. It's not for the faint of heart. I'm not a professional or anything like that, but I do talk a lot of shit. So it is what it is. Especially to you Cyclone fans. I know we got some Cyclone fans. Listen, trust me. I'll be talking about you guys quite a bit. Hawkeye fans, come listen.
Okay. Enough about the sports. This is the Bear Fish Fanatic, not Bear Sports Fanatics.
So we can talk about that last fishing trip that you told me about. And then I kind of wanted to ask you a few other things too, but was that the last ice fishing trip you went out this year, or did you go out a couple more times?
The one with you?
Yeah,
I went out at least a couple more times after that.
Okay, because I guess you could say that was probably since I only went out 3 times this year, that was probably the best day for me to catch fish. And it was amazing because I think this is the first time in years that I caught limit of bluegills and I caught limit of crappies.
Yeah, but you only kept a limit of bluegill, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't
I only
you didn't you didn't keep a limit of crappie.
no, I only kept like think 9 crappies because you had crappies from you too because
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right.
Fishing Kid was he donated my family some fish. Thanks, man. Fed
Yeah,
fed, fed the
I was
girls.
like, you can't forget about the crappies I brought you. You gotta take those. They're already two days in.
So this is the thing, guys. I don't know whatever fish. I don't know if you're gonna even show that video or not because I did outfish somebody that day. Just put it out there. I mean, I haven't fished.
I don't know. There's no proof.
Oh, that is rough, man.
I'll
But
have a video. I mean, you'll see me catching fish. I don't
oh
know
man.
about you.
But I did catch. So this was a thing, it was a good thing that fishing kit was out there because, so I caught all this fish. It was a good pile of fish to feed the family and everything. And then I caught it was probably like a 21-inch walleye. It was a really nice walleye, right?
Yeah, that's
And
pretty nice.
if it was the old gourds, it was the old me, I would have kept that shit, like no other, right? Just to eat.
I know
But
you wanted to keep it. I know
I
you did.
I did, but then because so this is the thing. I talked to my wife after because I told her, what happened, and I was like, you know what? It was actually not probably. It was a good thing that fishing kit was there because because I was cleaning that fish all that night. Imagine with the broken wrist cleaning that fish, right? So that
Yeah.
was one of the things. Like, shit, it's a good thing I didn't keep that because I was already in pain cleaning the fish. And then on top of that, fishing kit is like, dude, look at the fish that you're already gonna have to clean. Like, why do you need to keep? I mean, and this is the thing. Fishing kit goes, it's your fish. You do what you want. But I'm just saying, you already have a lot of fish to clean and eat already. And I was like, it's one of those moments where, yeah, he's actually right. So, I let the walleye go to grow bigger, and I really believe that's good karma. We were talking about that. I think that's good karma, good fish karma, and it's one of those things where I had more than plenty of fish to eat. It was no, I mean, no moral, high ground. I'm not trying to tell anybody just release the shit. I'm just saying, if I was alone, I would have kept it, guaranteed. But I'm glad, like I just said, hey, I'm honest, man. I'll tell you guys straight up. I'm glad that fishing kit was there because I wouldn't say you talked me out of keeping it, but I think you talked me into a good sense of good. What's the word of when you keep the fish? Shit, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sportsmanship, gamemanship.
No, when you harvesting, sheesh.
Oh,
Yeah. So I think I'm glad that you were there to help. It was an abundance of fish I already had. I had a lot. I had a limit of bluegills. I already had like 9 nice, crappies, and then some crappies that fishing kits already donated to me. I didn't need to be greedy to keep another 21-inch, 22-inch walleye, whatever the case may be. So I felt good about that.
that's good. Good for you, man.
Yeah. So I'm growing up a little bit in regards to,
Yeah.
conservative harvesting.
I know you've been away from the game for a while, so I was like, man, you're probably thinking, I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna be able to keep a walleye.
Well, it wasn't just that. I was like, when's the next time I'm going to be able to go out and keep fishing again? But when you're home and cleaning it all, I'm just like, shit, it was a good thing I did. And then I was just like, but like I said, it was just it was a lot of meat, dude. I had to put, I think it was like 3 bags, Ziploc bags of fillets for me and the kids. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's more than plenty for us for meals. For at least, three good meals for me and the kids. You know what I mean? I was like, if I kept another walleye, yes, it would have been more good meat, but I was just like, it wasn't necessary. And then plus, it just makes me go out and fish a little bit more whenever I can.
Right.
How did you end up doing when I left?
See, that day I was just trying to go big. I was trying to catch excuse me, walleyes, catfish. That did not pan out at all. I didn't catch any.
Well,
Let the jaw jacker go off like
yeah.
6 times.
That's what I was gonna say.
People say the jaw jacker is cheating. Maybe I wouldn't say. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm a bad fisherman, but maybe I'm just not skilled with that cheater device that I can't catch a damn fish, even though it went off like 6, 7 times on me.
Is that considered cheating?
People say it's cheating because like, oh, it's cheating. It sets the hook for you.
So would they consider tips up cheating? because since that doesn't set the hook.
I don't think they consider it cheating
So
because
it's
it doesn't set the
okay.
hook.
So if it sets the hook for you, I mean that's a valid point to a certain degree. I don't know, man. I don't I don't catch as many fish, so every advantage I can get, I'm gonna use. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? That's me though, personally.
I don't think it's cheating. I mean, if I'm already jigging, like the jaw jacker is just a bonus fish, right?
I think so.
I mean, it's not like I'm sitting there just standing there waiting for the jaw jacker to go off. You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you, but yeah, you're right. I can see from both angles, from both sides. I can see why some people would think that's shitty. Like, well, you're not holding the rod, and you didn't actually set the hook, because if you were setting the hook, you could have missed it, blah blah blah, type of thing. And I don't know. But the jaw
Yeah.
jacker could have set the hook too. Who knows?
Yeah, it missed setting the hook 7 times that day.
Exactly. So I don't know. I don't think it's cheating, but
People,
it's an advantage to catch
I
more
don't know.
fish.
People say live scopes cheating. Like, oh, whoa,
Yeah.
just you know. I mean, you've seen it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think we had the conversation before. Is live scope cheating? It still doesn't make the fish bite. In reality, I get more frustrated because we can talk about this because I took some newbies, some of my friends on this last trip I took out. I took a bunch of guys who've never ice fished before, and they went out. And even my buddy, Sully, he was just like, dude, this is so awesome. It's like a video game. He goes, but shit, this is more frustrating. I could see the damn fish and it's not biting. What the hell is making it worse? Because he goes, otherwise I'd just be bored. Just, I wouldn't know any better if there was a fish there or not. So
Right.
he said, it's cool and fun to see as a video game, but he's like, yeah, it seems to be more frustrating knowing that there's fish there and not biting.
Yeah, I left this one lake that we didn't do very good. I probably caught like 4 fish, and I was packing up, and this guy, he was coming off. He was I don't know. I think he was like low key talking shit because I had live scope. Because he asked how we did. I was like, but he was like, you guys catch them all? I was like, yeah, all 4 of them, because that's all the fish that I caught. But he's like, but you got live scope. You're supposed to be able to catch all the fish. I was like, well, you still got to make them bite.
Yeah. And that's why people don't. I mean, live scope is, and I have the Panoptics. It's great, helps you locate the fish. But I don't know if it. Do you think it helps you catch more fish? I don't know. We talked about that. Like certain situations, I think it does.
I mean, it's just a tool. It aids in your ability to catch fish, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
because you can definitely find fish a lot easier, and that's half the battle.
yeah. And then, so when I took out these newbies and they were using the live scope and my Markham and everything, and then I was kind of blind fishing for a while. It's just not as fun. I mean, it just well. Plus, that day was horrendous in regards to the bite. It was really really bad. I took him to the Dead Sea. If you guys know, you know.
Yeah.
But it was rough to take newbies there because that was the only place locally that had safe ice. I felt like, and to take him, I was like, man, it was a struggle, and it was like, and then on top of that, like I said, I was fishing with no electronics, so that kind of made. I was just like, well, grab me some beers and I'll just watch all the newbies struggle. That's pretty much what I was doing.
So would they give it another crack, ice fishing?
I think so. I talked to Sully, his son. I felt bad because I really wanted his son to catch a fish. I think next year we got to go a little bit earlier when we can at least get them onto some local ponds that we know it's going to be a guaranteed hit. Whether it's some gills, some largemouth or something, just something easy so they can catch the fish and really enjoy it. Because the good part was I took them on a very tame day. It was like 40 to 50 degrees, sunny, and we didn't even need a tent. I mean, they went inside the tent. I set it up. They went inside a little bit, but we were fishing outside most of the time. It was beautiful, perfect day, and that's why I was like, man, I couldn't believe that the fish wasn't biting.
Tough lake, man. That lake's been hit hard all winter.
I know. And then I went to the spot where a lot of people are just like, yeah, it's just a tough bite right now. There, they said, and it's just a lot of pressure. And the lake I wanted to take them, it's just the ice wasn't safe. It was open water actually, because
yeah. If Like if it was like 1 week earlier, could have taken
Yeah.
to that lake.
God, they would have killed it. Because we're talking about the lake that I went to go meet up with him, and I killed it. Imagine the newbies there. I think they would have had a blast, and that's why I felt bad. I was like, shoot, next year hopefully we just go a little bit earlier. I'll take him out there. And then I didn't want to drive 2 hours to go to another tough lake, and then if they didn't catch shit to drive back home, they would have been even. I think they would have been jaded for sure. You know what I mean? At least this was local. It's only a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's like, well, it could have drove farther, but could have drove caught fish too.
That's true. That's true. Are you gonna go up there at all this year? I know. I know. I think here, Central Iowa, we're pretty much done with the ice fishing. But are you gonna do any travels up north or anything to possibly get one last round in?
Man, I was thinking I'm kind of over ice fishing already this season. I mean, it is what, February 18th.
Hmm.
Generally, we'd still be ice fishing right now, but this year's been so weird.
Yep.
Um, I told myself I was ready to hang it up, but I went out to the river twice and I've still not got one bite yet. I know people are catching fish on the river.
Uh
I was like, man, should I just go ice fishing tomorrow?
huh. No, I heard. Yeah, you're right. I heard people were catching fish on the river. It's just like, man, that sucks. I can't do anything because my wrist still. I still want to be able to at least reel the fish in. Even though if I cast my left and fight with the left, I don't know if I could reel it in with my right yet. It's still kind of like I said, just the resistance. It might be a little rough for me. Tough.
Just gotta switch it up,
Or
left-handed.
yeah, I guess, or just catch a fish and just yell at you to come land it for me, or somebody to land it for me.
Yeah. I think you'll be okay to
Yeah.
reel with your just
I think so.
maybe you can flip over the rod and reel it like this.
Oh my god, I would get destroyed on that. That'd be hilarious. Hey, you might catch more fish. Who knows?
Hey man, I mean, there's a guy, this old Asian guy. I don't know if you know who he is, but
I've seen him.
pretty sure you've
He's the
seen him.
he's the only guy who does that. I know what you're talking about.
But there's also a guy that has one arm and he fishes.
Hmm,
So if he can do it,
that's true.
you can do it. There, I'm
Yeah,
putting you on the spot.
that's true, man. All right. Spring's coming, so I should be able to. I'm like I said. I'm hoping my wrist is good to go by then, so I can. Man, I put on like about 15 pounds since I can't really lift any weights. Getting a little jelly up here. Like, golly, dude, it sucks. I can't even do any push-ups right now yet, still, because it's still pretty painful.
Yeah,
Sucks.
that sucks.
I don't know, man. Oh yeah, I think the last episode I haven't listened to it all yet, but I was camping this year on the ice.
Sucked ass. If you guys want to know all the details, listen to the last episode that came out before this, or just check out my video on my YouTube channel. But I'll just recap real quick. So me and Butters, we wanted to camp out at the honey hole, right? The spot that we've been killing it.
Yeah.
But the weather leading up to that day was, I think we had a bunch of rain, at the bunch of warm weather, bunch of rain, and then it snowed like maybe within a week's time frame. So we were driving down to that lake, and I just noticed all these farm ponds are completely open water. Like, oh shit. We get down there. We get down there. It didn't look that bad. It's a big body of water,
Hmm.
and the area there was maybe a couple pockets of open water. There wasn't really that much open water. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe we'll be all right. But I get down there, the edges were open. I had my spud bar. I'm just poking around. You can tell the ice is super soft. I hit it 3 times, seawater, keep going. As I kept going further and further out, it got to like 2 pokes and it'd be water come through.
Ooh.
And like, no, we got to go. So we end up driving to another lake.
Hmm.
Butters got his car stuck. And neither of us ever fished that lake. I think we should have tried it out, but we weren't confident in fishing that body of water.
Hmm.
So we ended up driving to another lake. And then that was open water. Driving to another lake. That's where I caught the 4 bluegills, and that guy talked shit about me having live scope.
But you guys were going to camp, so you might as well have been safe. You know what I mean? I don't blame you for not wanting to camp on sketchy ice
Yeah.
or
And
surrounding.
then we drove to another lake. So all in all, we probably drove 4, 5 hours.
Jeez, biz.
Yeah. Yeah, got up at 5 in the morning, didn't set up my tent till 4:30 or some shit.
Jeez. Well, sorry, man. I wanted to camp this year. That was a goal of mine. But like you were saying, man, we can talk about it. But the weather has been weird this year for ice fishing. And then, like I said, I haven't really gone. Do, do you think you went out as much as you did last year as you did this year?
No, because there were stretches where we couldn't really fish. We got an earlier start, but then we couldn't go unless we drove north. And I don't know. I wasn't. Do I want to drive 2, 3, like go up to Minnesota just to catch crappies? Not
Yeah.
really.
Could have catch walleyes. They have nice walleyes there.
Yeah, I guess they do, but that's a far drive too, man.
Very true. No, I hear you. We had early ice and then a dead season for like 2 3 weeks, at least locally here, Central
Yeah,
Iowa, and then ice came back, and it came back okay, pretty good. But then it was like the warm front just can't.
yeah.
Man, there was just
Warm
some
rain.
rain, warm. It was just kind of a shoddy ice season. I felt like this year.
Bipolar for sure was the weather. I don't know. That's why I say I'm kind of over ice fishing. I'm ready to hit the river. I've done it twice and I sucked both times.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do one more ice fishing trip.
If you go up north, let me know. If we go, well, at least I might. I mean, because I think up north here, northern Iowa. What do you think? They got probably another 3 weeks of ice fishing there. I would think. Weather. I mean, depending on the weather in the next couple of weeks, because I think last time I heard they had like 15 to 20 inches of ice still.
I have no idea. I have not been following
Oh,
the northern Iowa fishing groups or anything like that.
oh, I don't either. But I was I asked somebody. I forgot. I talked to somebody. They said, "Oh, bacon." He was like, "This it's close to 20 inches of ice up there," and
20 inches,
that was like
crazy.
last week. So I mean, give or take, a couple inches here and there, I would still think you still got well over a foot and a half of ice, I think, up there.
Yeah, let's say they lost 5, 6 inches. They still got 15,
Yeah,
14, 15 inches of ice, which is more than any ice we had at all down here.
very true. Well, I mean, by the time this podcast comes out, don't go there, guys, because it's probably gone. So just FYI, yeah, don't listen to
Yeah,
us. Yeah, what's this episode? Don't be going to Northern Iowa to ice fish. Most likely, shit's gonna be very sketchy at this time.
yeah, man. So now I'm debating, do I want to hit the river tomorrow? Because I was gonna go out fishing with Butters and Tasler Guide
Oh,
Service.
yeah, there we go. Shout out to him. How they have they been doing a lot of podcasts lately, or who's,
Once every other week.
is that what they're doing right now?
Yeah, and I think he's sometimes posts old podcasts
Okay.
that was on the River Certified podcast because
Yeah.
I I think it's kind of its own separate thing now.
Okay. That's kind of yeah. And then, oh yeah, just a heads up, everybody. The podcast, we are no longer keeping the older podcast, so we're just going to keep. This is just the audio, by the way. So the audio versions you'll have up to, I think I want to say maybe probably 10 to 15 at the last couple episodes that we post, and then all the old ones are going to be eliminated. But if you want to go back and listen to every single one of our beer fish fanatics episode is located on YouTube. So every single one.
Yep, yep. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah. So
Just the problem with YouTube is unless you have YouTube Premium, you gotta leave your phone on and let the video play.
yeah, that's the only crappy thing. But
But it's free. It's free for
yeah,
us. It's free for you guys. So
exactly. You can't beat free on that one, man. But
yeah,
that's good. Hey, well, let me know how you guys do tomorrow. If you guys go in open water, I won't be able to go. Like I said, I probably won't go. Probably for a couple more weeks. I really want this at least to be a little bit stronger before I because my I'm nervous in case if you know how we fish on a lot of rocks sometimes. If I were to slip and fall or push against it just to walk, you see what I'm saying, to brace myself, my hand is still jacked up. I don't want to make it any worse. So
hmm.
that's what I'm nervous about, honestly. Not even fighting the fish as much as if I fall or if I brace myself on the rocks. I think that's going to be the scary part. So we're gonna go and let's get a refill, and we'll be right back. We'll talk. I don't know. We'll talk about a little bit of open water fishing and some other stuff with fishing kit and myself. All right, we'll be right back,
Yeah,
guys.
maybe boat talk.
Oh, yeah, sexy, sexy. But the good thing is, gout has stayed away. Ever like drinking? I've been
Oh,
drinking craft beer. I've been eating beef, but I've been drinking a lot of alkaline water, and I'll also be taking these cherry tart things, like kind of these natural things to help the flush of uric acid. So I've been taking that on a daily basis, just kind of shots of them, or a couple drinks of those, and
yeah,
it's been good, man. It's been good. All right.
that's good. Actually, this is my first beer in 2 weeks.
Jeez. You been
So
detoxing?
that's no, it's just well, I was sick last weekend, so
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
you
didn't
were.
I didn't do anything. That's why I didn't go out fishing with you guys because
Yeah.
I don't know, I had like some kind of sinus or some kind of sinus thing going on because I had a sore throat for a few days, and
Allergies,
then
maybe?
no, and then like then I started coughing for a few days,
Oh.
but it went away after a week. So I never got a fever or body aches or anything like that. So
You
which
you didn't miss much. We didn't get shit. Hey, I didn't get skunked though. I caught like dude, this is hilarious though. I caught like a maybe like 2-3 inch crappie. Man, I'm telling you, the way the angle, I took a picture, a selfie, I made it look so damn big. And then of course we had Mr. Sean with sake fishing taking he took a side angle of me. Like, dude, that's hilarious. You could see it's like a
yeah.
3-inch fish, man. It was awesome.
So did you guys catch anything out of the whole group or what?
Dude, so Sean's wife, Hannah, was the only one who caught two crappies, two nice crappies. And then Bo, because Bo went out there too. So shout out to Bolo. Congrats still on the baby, man. But he's actually able to get out there with us and he caught a nice crappie too. And then other than that, I caught the only other crappie and then nobody caught shit. And we probably had like 20 of us out there. It's rough.
Damn.
That's
Mark
it,
Mark was out there too, right?
yeah, Mark was out there. Well, I mean, okay, no, I take that back because they went to a super shallow area and they did catch some really, really tiny gills. Tiny gills. I think Mark caught like a small, like maybe a 5-inch largemouth or something like that. But I mean, yeah, that was pretty much it. It was rough, man. Like I said, I felt bad because a new experience. For them, I was hoping to get them on some fish, but and then I couldn't drill any holes because of my wrist, so I can't even drill any holes. I couldn't really drill the anchor for the tent. It was tough. I couldn't even open propane and shit to cook. So I had to have people open it for
Yeah.
me. It was rough, dude, because like my wrist, I can't open anything. So I had people do that. But I mean, we ate on the ice and everything. It was fun. I mean, we still had a good time. It was one of those things where I haven't seen some of those guys for like months. You know what I mean? For
Mm,
many, many, many months.
yeah.
So it was cool. It was good to see it because I don't know if I told you like Kevin and stuff went out too. Kevin and his son.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Kevin and his son went out. We got a few guys from like Storm Lake came out. They've never ice fished before too, so it was cool. It was nice to get some newbies on the ice, and I think next year if we get them on fish, I guarantee obviously they'll be like, oh, this is so much more fun until they realize once you go fishing in like 0 degree weather sucks because they're all spoiled, man. We were fishing, it was like 50 degrees. They're completely spoiled ice fishing, so.
Yeah, at least it wasn't miserable. If you're not gonna
That's
catch fish, at least you gotta feel good while you're doing it.
very true, man. But yeah, so pretty much when this episode goes out, I guess it's gonna be spring, right? I would say it's gonna be March. This episode's coming out in March, so is that springtime river fishing or yeah, right?
March, spring doesn't start till like the middle of March, I think.
Yeah, but I mean March or spring fishing, I guess you can say, right? Is that when you would say it starts in March?
I mean, it depends on what the weather does next few weeks.
It looks it looks pretty. I don't know. It's supposed to be 40s and 50s for a while, yeah.
And then I think Thursday that's supposed to get down to like 90 degrees. So I don't
Ugh.
know.
Yeah, I never. Well, anything in particular you're gonna start fishing for on open water? If you're gonna hit the rivers?
Same stuff as always. Walleye, wipers. Well, walleye first, then wipers, catfish. As soon as those lakes open up, probably try to catch catfish.
Hmm. Oh yeah, you did really well. Was it last year or the year before? You did really well on ice out.
Last year, the year before. So I've kind of gotten into a stride with the ice out cats. I mean, that's not to say that guarantees anything for this year, but
Yeah.
that's how fishing goes. Hopefully I can recreate that magic. But don't forget Bo has our catfish and carp rods.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we talked about this, but of Whisker Seeker. they had a great deal, and fishing kit, myself and Bolo, we decided like, was it buy one get, or is it buy two get one free, or is it buy one get two free, or some shit like, was it,
Pretty sure it's buy two get one half off or something.
or yeah, something like that. It was a hell of a deal. We literally got those was a catfish and carp rods for, what do we say, like $50, like a little bit, like $60, I think, right, or 70 or something with tax and stuff. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Yeah, it was basically buy two get one free or something.
Yeah,
Then we split it three ways.
yeah, it was smart, smart. And then yeah, so we got a new rod to divergenize. That'll be nice.
I got a new reel coming already for it too, because I
What,
just remembered
oh yeah, what kind of reel?
Cast King Sharky 3 bait feeder.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
the
on
thing about,
it's on sale and there's a coupon for 15% off. So you get 25% off because it's 10% off right now.
hmm,
And you get to apply a coupon for another 15%.
damn it. Well, I already bought the Akuma one. I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I don't know if I got the Akuma one or whatever one I got. I think it was the Akuma one. I have to double check on that, but I did already. I already got that one. I think theirs is a bait feeder too. I don't know what he call it though. I forgot what he call it. I have to look it up.
I think it's just the Okuma. It's not the Seamar, is it?
It might be, but is the bait feeder one though. I think it is.
I think they have more than one just bait feeder. I think they got a few different bait
Yeah,
feeders.
but I think yeah, that's the one I got. So for that specific rod. So yeah, don't forget we gotta pick that up from Bo, because Bo has it at his house, so we gotta go pick that up. So you're gonna have, how many of those rods you got now, man?
This is gonna be my third one. I might put a bobber on it.
Interesting. Like a catfish bobber type, or just a regular bobber?
Well, a bigger bobber, not a huge one like I have on my medium heavy setup, but
Yeah.
maybe a bobber that's weighted for 1 ounce or something. So a little bit bigger, but definitely not a crappie bobber.
Do you think bobber fishing for catfish at ice out is a good tactic?
It'll be good if I catch fish with it. So we'll see.
All right. Well, let me know. Keep some catfish for me if I don't get a chance to go out. I want to eat some
Yeah.
catfish. You do a lot of, this is one thing too, guys. So I have not, because I was telling Fishing Cat, I go, guess how many videos of fishing I've been watching since I've been on this hiatus? Zero. I've watched zero. I think I watched, the only video I think I watched of fishing was the one where you went, I think, to our honey spot for, I think you caught some wipers there or something. I think you were with Butters. I watched a little bit of that, but other than that, I have watched zero ice fishing videos or fishing videos in general. I haven't been following. I just been kind of, dude. I totally, man. When I said I unplugged, I freaking unplugged. You guys can't find me on Facebook. Can't find me on Instagram, really, or anything.
You need to watch at least one ice fishing or one fishing video a week.
All right,
At
fine.
Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
All right, fine. I'll watch one of those if you watch one of my videos. How's that sound? A week.
But
I
you
do
like fishing. I'm not into sports. Like you
Oh
are,
man, come on, dude.
I'll
You
play
like,
it in the background.
you like MMA, right?
I watch it casually.
Well, see,
I don't follow it.
Oh god, damn
I
it!
just look. Oh, who won? Okay, cool.
All right, fine. I'll watch one fishing video a week. I will. Was it commit to it? I will commit to one fishing video a week. I will watch. It may have to be that. Hey, I texted the brother-in-laws. I'm like, they're all butthurt about I do guys. Canceling no longer be the big boys there. If you guys wondered, I do is the in-depth outdoor guy. So my brother-in-laws are like beyond freaking fanboys of them, obviously, and they're like all butthurt that they're closing shop, I think, or doing whatever. They're stopping their YouTube channel, I believe. So I texted them, well, shit, man, the only freaking channel you should be watching is freaking Fishing Kit. They're like,
Yeah,
but
fishing kit only.
that's what I was saying, dude. And then they're like, but these guys they're pioneers. Like, shut the hell up, man. Just watch Fishing Kit. That's all you need to worry about. Well, speaking of
Yeah,
my
I mean,
brother-in-laws, shout out to them. They're catching some fish right now, bro.
yeah, some fish, not a crazy amount of fish, right?
Yeah, I think well, we can tell. Well, so my brother-in-law's from Colorado. I think they're up in South Dakota, right? Right now?
Yep.
What's that?
They're in the Black Hills area,
The Black Hills. Okay.
so there's a few lakes up there.
Yeah, so they're fishing for gills, lake trout, perch. Is that right? in that area?
Gills, lake trout, perch, regular trout,
Regular trout,
I
yeah.
think pike.
So I mean, they're doing all right. I saw them. And Mr. Yang, yeah, he was a friend of the show and everything. They're out there. They caught some nice gills today. It looked like decent sized gills.
Yeah, but man, that would suck to drive that far just to go catch some bluegills.
See, but I don't think they have. Well, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't. We have some Colorado, Denver listeners. Do they have bluegills in the Denver area? I mean, I'm pretty sure they do, but do they have like where they can ice fish and catch big ones? I don't think so. That's why. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, what's a big bluegill?
At least 8, 9 inch. At least
I
nine. Not.
feel like they gotta have 8-inch bluegills.
I would think so too, but I don't know. I mean, I'll ask him because I'll be in Denver in March. I can ask him. I'll be like, how does it feel to go that far? Like you said, drive that 10 hours to go catch a 9 inch bluegill. I mean, but I think we get a little bit spoiled because a lot of people don't get 9 inch bluegills.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's still.
I know, we
I know that's not why they went there, but
for sure.
if if they're going there and that's all they're catching, man, that's
But
tough.
but if that's the only thing that's biting too, what are you gonna do?
I mean, you got to take what you can get, but
Like, yeah,
that's when people even here, like when people tell me, yeah, they want to go up to Minnesota, catch crappies. Like, why? We have crappies here.
that's I don't know. Well, I mean, how big do the crappies get up there? I mean, compared to us, about
Um,
maybe in I don't know. I mean, people can. I mean, we have some Minnesota listeners, but I'm guessing what 15 inches, six
well, I think it's
maybe.
about the same up there.
That's what I was thinking too. No, I'm with you. Then why? The only reason if I'm gonna go to Minnesota is I'm gonna catch a nice, huge walleye, a burbot. Do they have whitefish there?
Yeah, I think whitefish, tulipy,
And two
if they're not,
libbies.
if those aren't the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But pretty much like you were saying, we would only go up there if we're gonna catch fish that we can't catch here.
Yeah,
That would be the main reason, that we go. But no, I'm with you on that. I'm like, I would not travel more to out of state. I'll tell you this: I won't travel out of state to catch a crappie. That's to
right,
me, that's stupid. When we have an abundance here.
right. I mean,
So
I'll go. I mean, if I go to and state and there's crappies there, I'll fish for them, sure, but
yeah,
that wouldn't be the reason why I go to, let's say, Minnesota. I'm not going to go there
yeah,
to catch crappies, but I will catch crappies while I'm there.
yeah. Well, my brother, they're because I think this is their second or third day out there now or something. But the first day they went out there looked like they were catching some nice trout. You saw that one big one from on game, right?
Yeah, that's funny because they try to get away from trout in Colorado.
That's so funny. You're right on that. I'm surprised they didn't. Did they say anything about perch? Are they catching any perch? Or are they even targeting perch?
I think they caught some perch, but I
Okay.
don't think they got into any decent numbers or sizes really.
Yeah.
Maybe they caught a few okay ones, but
Are they at the lake where they have the wormy fish? You can talk about that if you want.
okay. So a few years ago, me and my buddy Mark actually met the Colorado guys up in the Black Hills in South Dakota area, and there's this lake that's notorious for having wormy perch, and so
Like worms inside, like live worms inside the perch, right?
yeah, in the meat, like not in the gut or not, yeah, not in the guts or anything, not like intestine worms or whatever they're called, but like worm that's in the meat. And we kept a bunch of these fish. We filleted them up, and man, there's all these white dots. It's not like those. I mean, I'm pretty sure people seen parasites in those bluegills where there's like a bunch of little black dots in the
Yeah,
meat and
it's
stuff.
not though. It's not that.
It's not that. I think those are maybe like snail larva or something. I have no idea.
And those black dots, I looked it up one day. They're fine as long as you cook your fish. They get transported from birds. Birds doo doo, by the way.
Yeah, but I think it's from like snails or
Yeah,
something.
something like that. But it's
Like
it's
they
it's
eat
fine.
snails.
But it's not moving.
Yeah, yeah, those, they, if you think that looks bad, these they were like actual little white worms, and my buddy was flaying it. and there's a couple on the cutting board, and they were moving and stuff. Oh man,
And then we have Miss. Did you say Mr. Yang like, man, I'll eat that shit. Just cook it up. I'll eat that shit, right? Did he say
yeah,
something like
Mr.
that?
Yang, yeah, Mr. Yang don't care.
But until he actually saw it, I heard he like, his stomach kind of turned when he started seeing those worms swim out of the fish fillet. I heard.
I think no, that was Kim actually.
Oh, was it Kim? It might
Yeah,
have been.
it was
It was one
Kim.
of them. It was hilarious though. But does it look like wax worms, the white, or is it like little smaller worms in the
They're
fish?
tiny. They're
Oh,
pretty
okay,
small.
but they're moving. They're obviously live.
Yeah, yeah. Like Mark was playing with one on the cutting board, and it was moving. It's like, man, I no, I'll eat a lot of stuff, and I usually don't. I normally don't shy away from any kind of food really, unless it has to be something crazy
Like this.
like wormy perch. And I was just like, nah, man, I can't do this one. Not this one. They filleted a pike and I ate that, but I couldn't do the wormy perch.
I mean, you just batter it up and fry. I mean, as long as you cook it all the way through, right? It's just high. It's just increased protein.
Oh man, you weren't there, man. You didn't
I
see it.
and I'll tell you this right now. If I was there, I'd probably been like, "Yeah, I'll eat that shit, cook it." Until I see it, I would have been like, "Yep, I'm pussing out right about now."
Yeah, if you saw it moving around on the cutting board, man, yeah, that I couldn't do it.
Nah, don't blame me, man. I think I would have been that guy. I would have been that guy. Man, I'll eat that shit. Don't worry about it, man. We'll take it home. Keep that fish. Keep that fish. Fillet it. Start seeing the worms move. I think that would have been it for me too. I think I would have been like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I don't think I can do that
See,
either.
I think the lake that we caught him out of, it was super deep. And so basically, if you caught a fish out of deep water, you'd had to
Mhm.
keep it. And that's why
Oh,
we kept them.
gotcha. Oh yeah, I think you did say something like that. It's like they weren't going to survive, right? Anyways, if you guys were to release them.
Yeah, I think we were fishing like over 30 feet of water, 50 feet, something like that. That was crazy.
All right. Well,
I was surprised we could feel the perch hitting our rods. We could feel the bites even in like 40 feet of water. Like perch, these perch weren't huge. They weren't 10-inch perch, they were like 8-inch perches we were keeping.
damn. And you felt the bite at 30 plus feet? Wow. I mean, they must have been really
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah, I was surprised, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, wrap up ice fishing season, man. Did you hit any of your goals this year at all?
I mean, I don't know what my goals were
I
now
have
that
to
I
go
think
back
about
and
it. I mean, I caught all the fish I wanted to catch locally anyways. I didn't travel anywhere. Didn't catch a burbot. Probably ain't gonna happen unless I drive up to
Mhm.
Minnesota, but I'm kind of over ice fishing. I didn't even travel within Iowa to really go ice fish, just to ice fish. Like I didn't drive up to northern Iowa to fish or anything. I mean, I wasn't like super fussed about going ice fishing. I drove other areas to go ice fishing instead.
Did you get any I mean, 'cause I obviously didn't hit any of my goals. I was happy at least to get the new pop-up hub out. I love it, man. If you guys I have a video on that on the MAPOP fishing. I did a quick review with my daughter. But we finally got to use it. The kids love it. Dude, that I know we had an argument if it's game changing with that open door. Hey, it's nice, man. I'm not gonna tell you. I not going back. I'm never buying another pop out with not if it's not a fully open door kit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's
But
fine.
it I didn't hit no goals, but I think I was happy to get out at least a couple times. I hopefully next year will be different. I think as I'm getting older, it's gonna be tough for me to get out more and more because it's man, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's I'm getting fat and all this shit, carrying all that gear. It's a freaking load. I'm hoping my daughters next year are a little bit bigger. I think Damon will be 10, almost 11. Scotty will be, 9, almost 10. I'm hoping they can pull some of their own damn gear because I'm telling you, dude, it's getting up there, man. It's a little tough to pull all the gear. I think that it gets at least definitely towards the end of the season. I think the last time I just went, I was pulling so much gear. I was like, man, this is not as fun as I remembered 5 years ago. It was like,
You need a machine. That's what you need.
oh, speaking of the machine, did Pew get his machine out at all this year? The Snow Dog?
Um, yeah, he took it out a couple times.
How'd it go? Did he
Not very
like it?
often. He's been having a hard time getting it started most of the time. So I don't know. I don't
What
think
the
it's going so good.
what the hell? We gotta get. Hey, we should try and get. Can you get? Is he talkative at all? You used to live with him, you?
No.
Oh man, it's like man, we should get him on a podcast one day.
I, he he says he cusses a lot. And then I was like, man, whatever, you don't cuss that much. But then I feel like when the cameras are on, I think he hams it up even more. And like, wow, this guy's throwing an F bomb like every other word.
That's
I
just
feel
like
like he
me,
hams
but
it up.
no, I don't ham it up. I'm just you know me already. I cut it down when the camera's on.
I feel like he turns it up
Oh, does it?
for some reason. I don't
Well,
know.
we can edit it out. Just how we can edit it out. He'll have a good time. But anyway, so that's not a good thing to have a snow dog that can't start during the winter.
Yeah, it struggles, especially when it's really cold and it's like,
What
wait a
the?
minute, this thing is for the winter time. That's not a good thing. I mean, he bought an older one. I
Okay.
don't know if the new ones have different motors or what. I think he
Yeah.
had to replace the carb. I don't know, man. It doesn't it seems like it hasn't been worth it in my eyes.
Gotcha.
Because he used it like twice
Hmm.
this season. I mean, granted, we had a crazy season, but he was saying it struggles going up hills. If it's just bare ice, it kind of there's no traction on bare ice.
What?
It needs snow. I guess that's why it's called a snow dog.
Really? So even on I because by the looks of it, it look kind of it reminds me like a snowmobile because snowmobiles on ice is fine. It's actually grips just fine. So but it doesn't grip, huh?
No,
Hmm.
it's like a snowmobile. So if there's just bare ice, I think he has to put studs on it or
Oh,
something.
okay, okay, yeah. Snowmobiles have studs on it, so it doesn't. Yeah, oh, okay, I got you. So, damn, I'm surprised that they don't have studs on the thing for the snow dog.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe he has to add them or something.
Yeah, that might be it.
Because
Man,
he's always talking about how he has a hard time getting started.
oh, that's no bueno. That's
But
a
I looked at the new ones and man, they are expensive.
yeah,
I think it's 4 grand for the
yeah.
small one.
It's like no, the one that you're probably gonna want. Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 grand. I thought I saw the other day. I was like, "Dang, you might as well get a snowmobile, bro. But
Yeah, but I don't think you do you have to register a snowmobile? I
yeah,
think you do.
I'm surprised you don't have to register a snow dog. It's
Maybe you
a
do, but
yeah. I think you
you
kind of do, don't you? Because it's a machine. It's a I don't know. I'm pretty.
I think Matt did have to register his.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I think you have to register. I mean, it's like maybe what 10, $20 at most,
Yeah,
whatever.
probably. But you don't need a trailer with the snow dog.
Ah, got you. No, you're right because you can put that on his. If you have a truck, he has a truck, so
Yeah, he got a hitch carrier for it.
yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I guess that's the biggest thing is the transport of that. Well, I'm not gonna
But
get one anytime soon. Then I wasn't planning on it anyways. I was just curious to see if how he was using it this year and how to go.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, I'm not planning on getting one anytime soon, and I wouldn't rule out that I would never get one. But after looking at how much they cost, and I mean, maybe a brand new one works just fine.
Yeah.
But after seeing, or I didn't even actually see Matt, I just hear from what Matt told me. It seems like just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other machine, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of machines, let's jump into it, man. When are you gonna take me and the girls out on your freaking boat, guy? Let's go.
I well, for one, I don't have a boat, so
I know.
I can't give you an answer yet. But man, it's spring's coming up. I told myself I wanted to get a boat this spring or this year.
Uh-huh.
And I gotta look at my financial stuff. I got a few things I need to fix around the house.
Okay.
Uh so some maybe I got a couple projects I have around the house. So depending on how that stuff goes, I may or may not have a boat this spring. If I can't get one in the spring, hopefully, end of summer, early fall, I can get a boat. But
Boo! Just do it, man.
I got
House is gonna be there. It ain't going nowhere.
okay.
The house is not going nowhere.
The house
Hey, this
ain't going nowhere, but I can't let it be ruined while I'm here.
true. So just patch up band-aid style, whatever you need to do. This is the thing, you gotta get the boat before you get a wife, because once you get the wife, look at me, I'm fucking stuck. I ain't getting no boat anytime soon. I keep talking about it, but it's like I'm stuck, bro. I can't get it. So
I
get
thought
it
you
before.
were getting a boat.
I was planning on it, but then shit happened. It's like, so many things, bills, and then they got a trip to go to Hawaii and all this. I'm tilt debating. Gotta go to Denver. See, I can say it, and then when the boss lady goes, "No, we're doing this," it depletes the funds from the boat that I was
Right,
planning.
right.
So now, like I said, because this year we had no I mean, we didn't expect. I have a lot of vacation, or not even vacation, like weddings we have to go to this year, family. I'm like, damn. And if I keep in mind, I got 4 daughters. That's 6 of us, full tickets, no matter where we go,
Mhm.
traveling. And it's like, oh god, I just saw the cost. I'm like, oh boy, because in reality, I could buy a boat. I have a cousin's wedding in Hawaii. The
Oh,
cost of
that's a big one.
That's what I'm saying. So the cost of me getting the boat is the cost of us going to the wedding in Hawaii. Which one do you think is going to win with the boss and the kids? It ain't the boat. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Not the
it,
boat.
not the boat. So that's where that kind of that one shot down the whole year. I wanted to get the boat, so I was like, oh, I was a little pissed off. Stupid cousin. They can't marry. What the hell are you doing, man? I was like, come on, man. Could you just wait till I get the boat first? But yeah, so most likely, I don't think, unless I get like a real beat up boat. But do I really want to do that?
No, I would. If you have to wait, I would wait.
Yeah, no, I have
I,
to. I'm gonna have to this year for sure.
that's why. I mean, man, boat. uh, if I wanted to get like some old beat up boat, yeah, I could do that too. But man, I kind of want something that I won't have buyer's remorse with.
That's a good one.
So I was like, I don't want to compromise when I get this boat. Is the
Yeah,
thing that oh, I should have just waited, and I could have gotten this with the boat, or I could have gotten that kind of boat or something. I don't, it's a big investment either way, but if I'm going to be spending that much money, I want it exactly how I want it. So there's no regrets. And people were telling me, especially if you're going to go down the new route,
hmm
um, throw everything on that boat that you can,
for
and then
sure.
just finance it. Because if you, at least from the people I've talked to so far,
hmm
they didn't get everything that they wanted on the boat to save some money. But when you go and add that stuff to the boat, it costs even more, and it's out of your pocket too. I mean, I guess you could throw it on a credit card, but the interest rates are going to be so high on your credit card.
Especially nowadays. Yep.
Yeah.
And no, you're right. It's like, and plus, I'm not handy. If I was handy, I would actually consider it, but I'm not even handy worth shit, man. Like, I mean, I'm handy enough where I can change the oil in my vehicle, but that's about the max for me.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
ain't too handy, but if I Google something, I should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, true, very true. But I just but like you said though, the buyer's remorse thing is for real. That's one thing I hate. I have that a lot sometimes when you buy. Yeah, it sucks. It's not a fun feeling when you have, especially in a big investment like that. So I agree with you. I'm with you on that. Like, wait to get something that you actually can. Number one, can afford it, and number two, actually really want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need a boat, so I don't have to
Yeah,
go out and buy the first cheapest boat I can find.
for sure. Well, I guess we'll just have to hit up Likens and sake fishing. we'll, we'll
Yeah,
we'll have to hit up you guys, you homies. You guys are the homies, and we'll have to hit up to get on the boat again this year.
yeah. I'll even trailer it for them
Yeah,
if they
eh, for
gives me
sure.
more practice. So
There you go.
I'll be ready for my own boat.
And we got to hit up Mr. River Certified himself. We should hit him up too and see if we can jump on his boat when well, I don't know. He's so worldwide travel. He's so busy, dude. I don't even know if he has time to hang out with us low hanging fruit
I
homies.
know
Anyways,
us peasants over
the
here.
peasants. Well, we should see if we can get him on. We were like, all right, thanks for coming to hang out with the peasants. Welcome to BFF.
Yeah, yeah. See, speaking of because with Spencer, I think the boat he has now was the boat he's always wanted.
Yeah.
The exact layout and all the. I mean, sure, he had to go through different was it what trolling motors and sonars and stuff. I noticed he was running Garmin's and now he has hummingbirds.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
okay.
he still has live scope,
Hmm.
but he had a Garmin trolling motor, but he has a hummingbird. Man, I don't know if you ever looked into all that stuff for both. There's so much shit, dude. Like I was for a while I was looking at trucks too, and I was like, man, like just trucks. Let's say F-150 or Silverado.
Hmm.
There's so many trims, engine options, packages. Like holy shit! Like how does a guy decide what he wants? It's even worse with boats. It's crazy.
Yeah. Boats and then electronics, right?
Yeah, boats, electronics, tiller, console, walkthrough, and then your motor, how many horsepower, what brand, and it turns out the brands, the different boat motor manufacturers like Mercury, Yamaha, Suzuki, who else is a big one?
Honda.
Honda. So all these all these boat motor manufacturers, they all make motors for each other.
Hmm.
Did you know that?
No,
So
I didn't know
Suzuki
that.
makes like Suzuki will make the motorhead for some Mercury's. Mercury's will make motorheads for Yamahas.
Really?
Uh
I had no
there's,
idea.
there's yeah, Honda will make motorheads for Suzuki. It's weird because
What?
they just focus on a certain they focus on certain horsepower ranges. So like Mercury, they'll only make the I don't know like 150 to 300 horsepower motors themselves. The block or whatever the main part of the motor.
Uh-huh.
And then same for Suzuki, they'll only make like the 10 to 60, and then they'll contract Mercury to make the basically make the motor for their
Huh.
higher output. It's weird. Like I didn't know that. It's
So
crazy.
so technically they're partners all the way through in a way.
Yeah, they all basically make a certain subset of motors for other manufacturers. Like they'll make like they won't put the whole motor together, but they'll make
Yeah.
like the main motor part.
Hmm.
It's weird. Like I
I
had no
no.
idea.
No, I you just taught me something new. We probably got like fishermen who has boat like they're like you guys are idiots. We do that already. Like no, I had no idea. That's interesting.
No, it'd be like, me having a Toyota, but it's got I have a Camry, but it has a Nissan motor in there. And then if I have a Nissan, it'll have a Ford motor in there or something. It's kind of like that.
Like different parts of the actual components from different companies.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like the I don't know which part is it is exactly. Maybe it's like the block.
Yeah.
So basically the motor itself, maybe the heads there, maybe like they put their own headers on it and stuff. And of course they put their own cowling and all the other extra parts on there. But yeah, it's weird.
Huh.
Because I was looking at, okay, what's a good motor brand for boats? And then the more I got into it, I was like, okay, so these guys aren't making their own 10 to 50 horsepower motors. Someone else makes it for them, and they only make 90 to 100, no, 90 to 150, and then they got somebody else making their higher output motors for them. It's so weird. I had no idea it was like that.
I had
But I guess that makes sense because if from a business perspective, because you're not making 15 different motors, you're actually focusing on like five.
Okay. So if it, like this is what you're specialized in this specific part of the motor, right?
Or like I think Mercury does the 150 to 300 is like that's all them, and then they'll have Suzuki make their 10 to 60 horsepower motors or some
But then they
shit.
slap their name on the outside of that
Yeah, I mean they add their own shit to it, but like the actual motor itself
is there. Huh.
is,
Shit.
someone else makes it. Yeah,
Huh.
it's crazy.
I guess.
So I mean, you can't really say Suzuki's better than Mercury or
Yeah.
Yamaha's better or Honda's better. It depends which power band you're looking at, because
Gotcha.
Mercury only makes the 150 to 300 horsepower motors. That's all them or whatever. I think yeah, basically each brand just focuses on a certain range, and
Hmm.
then they contract the rest out to other companies.
Hmm.
Oh,
You just taught me something new, man. I had no idea. I thought it was just like, and that's a Honda motor. That's Honda. Nope. Guess not.
yeah, yeah, it's
Interesting.
it's crazy. Yeah, if you just look up the boat motors, like who makes Mercury, and then that's how I kind of found out. Okay, Mercury doesn't make all their own motors; they only focus on a subset of them.
So you thinking summertime? If you get a boat, then this year it will be about summertime. You're thinking
Hopefully, spring,
spring.
but I think realistically, it's probably going to be fall.
This guy, come on, man. We're getting any younger. Come on. I want to tell the wife, like, I gotta go fishing with Kit, man. We gotta record a podcast on the boat. Come on, dude.
Well, you might have to wait till October.
Oh man, it's all good, dude.
You still got the kayak, right? Or you sold
Yeah,
that?
but I'm trying to, I might get rid, oh, not really. I might sell the kayak and see if I can use that money towards a down payment of a boat or another kayak. We'll see. Because a tandem, kids, they could care less now. I'm like, shit, I got this for you guys.
Down
Story of my
payment,
life, bro.
down payment for a boat. That's the only logical thing.
I just don't want another payment because the minivan's almost paid off. My truck's been paid off for a year. So it's, you know what I'm saying? If I once that minivan's completely paid off in like another month, it helps a lot.
Well,
So
yeah,
I don't want
I
another
get it.
pay. I just don't want another payment because the girls are getting older. I already know that college and stuff's gonna it's creeping up on me in the next couple of years. You see what I'm saying? Because Damon's already freaking 10. She
Yeah,
turns 10 next week.
they're gonna need cars
That's
at some
that.
point.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, man, I don't want extra payments because I already know more payments are coming down the road. So I'm just like, ah. But I do want to get a boat before I have to worry about all that too, though. One day, and if I don't get a boat, I just have to go, hey, Kit, what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah,
So
I
that's why I'm
mean,
like,
if you do it, you gotta. I'd say you got 2-3 years to do it before
I,
you really have to like worry about. Oh man, Damon's gonna be
yeah,
driving soon.
very true. No, I agree with you on that one, man. You want to do one last refill and then we'll come back for a couple more minutes? I don't want to just see ya.
Sure, sure. I'll
All
finish
right.
this off and grab one
Can you
more.
do it in less than a minute? Nah, just finish your shit. We'll come back. We'll be right back, guys.
Yep, yep. We'll be back. I tried different formats. I tried, 720. I tried 1080. I tried matching the source. I
Yeah.
tried changing there's like the bit rate thing. It's like
Yeah. There's
there's
a lot
like
of things. Did
variable.
you YouTube it too to see how you can to see you can I
I didn't
did.
YouTube it, but I tried a whole bunch of shit, and it
It
was
didn't work.
either it would go through all the way, but then the video wouldn't play,
Uh-huh.
or it would just give me an error and won't finish. So
Yeah. So everybody, we're just talking about the last episode that Fishing Kid did. Sorry, there was no video because, it's just one of those things. This is the thing, man, about recording, about editing, all that shit, man. Sorry, we don't have a high budget in regards to technology wise, so we only got what we got, and sometimes technology fails on us. So that's why there was no video in the last episode. At least you got the audio though.
yeah, the audio worked fine, but yeah, I
Yeah.
cannot get the video to go. Tried so many different things. So well, guess no video for this one.
So, well, last topic, I guess we talked before we end the podcast. You don't mind, Kit. So, how has the GoPro 10 been for you? And the reason why I want to bring this up because last time I went out with fishing camp, I was like, man, what the hell? You got a DSLR out? I was like, what's going on? And how has your GoPro been? Are you gonna stick with GoPro or are we changing it? What are you thinking, man? And the reason why I asked because I mean I was debating if I was gonna upgrade or not, but I don't think I am. I'm just gonna stick with the seven.
Yeah, do not upgrade. I do not. If okay, so if you're someone that's out there looking to get into making fishing videos,
Or videos in general, action videos, right?
I'd say yeah, maybe action videos in general, but especially fishing because it's not super fast paced and you're not skiing down a mountain and or whatever. But
Hmm.
anyways, if you're looking into getting a GoPro, I cannot recommend the GoPro Hero 10, especially for fishing.
Hmm.
Is it's not something that's super fast paced because between the GoPro Hero 10 and the 11, it's newer. They kind of worked on it a little bit. It's basically an upgraded version of the 10,
Hmm.
but the 10 overheats. Um, I I finally got it back for another issue, and I took it out ice fishing, and it overheated while I was ice fishing. I mean, I was in
Overheating
it.
ice fishing. That's crazy to think about.
I was in a tent with the heat on, but we had the vents going, and it can't be what 50 degrees. It can't be more than 50 degrees
Yeah.
out there in the tent with heat. And that bitch overheated on me a few times. Like, oh my god, dude! If it's gonna overheat while I'm ice fishing, I already had issues with it overheating during the summer and fall or
Yeah.
whenever, and I couldn't believe it overheated on me while I was ice fishing. I could not believe it. Oh my god, that's aside from the other issue I've been having. So uh, I've come to the conclusion that it is a software bug. So
Okay.
you could switch shooting modes like slow motion or cinematic mode or standard mode. Basically, there's certain presets that you can change to on the GoPro that's better for yeah, like I said, if you want a more cinematic mode, if you want a slow motion. And the thing with GoPros is the audio sucks, and you want generally some kind of external audio source.
Hmm.
And one of the things is you could buy this thing called a media mod. It's basically like an add-on for the GoPro. You could plug in an external mic to it, which sounds all good and well. But I discovered that, let's say I'm using my normal looping mode.
Hmm.
The GoPro Hero 10 sucks worse than the 5 at low lighting. So when the sun starts going down, it looks worse than their 5-year-old camera.
Wow.
But I discovered if you change the presets to like more basic settings, let's say for the normal mode I use, it's 1080p, 60 frames per second. It has image stabilization. But like even though my GoPro Hero 5 has a looping mode, it has 1080p, 60 frames per second image stabilization.
Hmm.
Granted, the picture doesn't look as good, but it was better in low light. A 5-year-old camera from
That's
GoPro.
crazy.
But so I found a workaround. You can switch shooting modes that dials back the settings. So it's still 1080p, but I'll half the frame rate to 30 frames per second, and I'll turn off image stabilization. So basically, lower light looks better now, but when you switch shooting modes, basically it doesn't detect your microphone anymore. So it
Oh,
starts using the GoPro's mics, which sound like, to be honest, shit. It sounds like shit. If there's wind at all,
done.
you can barely hear anything.
Yep.
So what the GoPro does is it's got multiple microphones on the GoPro itself, and it'll try to figure out which mic is the best mic to use. That's why sometimes you'll hear it coming from the left, you
Yep.
hear it coming from the right, sometimes in the middle. It sounds great on paper. It switches mics based on which one it thinks is the best mic to use, but it sounds like shit at the end of the day. And there's a lot of times where you can't make a video because the audio's so bad. But I couldn't figure out like why is it not using the microphone anymore? And I wouldn't know until I get home. So I'll be,
Yeah.
shooting in my regular mode all day, and it's getting darker. And I'll switch to the shooting modes.
Yeah.
But it took me multiple outings to figure this out. Because then I'll just go home. Okay, everything I recorded during the day sounds good, but then the one like everything after 5 p.m. or whatever sounds like shit. And I never it seemed random, but I never put it two and two together. And then I figured out,
It
when I
was that.
switched the modes.
So you think it's the software that
Yep.
shit.
Because so I've been talking to GoPro since November, the end of
Damn.
November. It is February 18th, and there's still no fix for this issue. They that media mod thing I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So first they had me update the firmware like manually, even though I had the latest firmware. There's a manual way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Did that. I tested it, still didn't work. Then I'm like, okay, there's a beta test firmware. Try that, didn't fix it. Okay. Then they said do a factory reset and then do the manual update.
Oh,
Still didn't work. And then that media mod thing I was talking about. They're like, okay, well, it must be the media mod. We'll send you a new media mod. So I had to send them my old one. They sent me a new one. I get the new one. Guess what? Still fucked up.
damn, dude.
And then I got to go through it again. Oh, do the manual update, factory reset, do the beta thing, beta firmware,
Damn, that's frustrating, bro.
and it's
So,
like same thing. And then they're like, okay, it must be the GoPro. I sent in the GoPro Hero 10, gave me a new one. Same
same
thing,
shit. Yep.
same thing. And
Damn.
then guess what they tell me after I reach back out to them? Manual update. I was like, okay, I did it.
Oh
Same
boy.
thing again. Factory reset. And use the well, actually, they didn't tell me to use the beta firmware this time, but they told me to do the manual update, factory reset, and then so I did all that. Same problem. I was like, I think I've done everything. New media mod, new GoPro. Oh, they had me try different microphones.
Hmm.
And the lady was like, oh, maybe if you had a friend that had another microphone, or if you go to the store and ask if you could test one of their microphones on the GoPro. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess, sure, sure. But then I realized I got two other microphones um that I can use because I got this cheap Chinese random Amazon
Yeah.
$10 one, and I got another a shotgun microphone.
Yeah.
Tried those, same thing. So I reach out to them again, let them know, and guess what they tell me? They said get a new media mod. I was like, you guys already gave me a new media mod. Come on, man.
GoPro.
Jesus.
What's up with that GoPro? You gotta
And
tag
then I
him.
was like, and you guys gave me a new GoPro too.
Damn, dude.
So the most recent thing is so they've been asking me to send videos of the problem happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I've sent them 3 videos between the old GoPro and the new GoPro, and the old media mod and the new media mod. Now, the latest thing that they want me to do is I sent them a video of me putting the GoPro in the media mod. Like, oh my god,
You
dude.
know,
It's been it,
you're the quality control for GoPro at this point. I'm not
I
gonna
even
lie.
told them, was like, at this point, it's gotta be software. But see, the thing is, this camera came out over a year ago,
Yeah.
and I'm like beta testing it for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
weird.
You're quality control for them at the moment.
See, the thing is, I know some people have been having this issue. I saw it on some of the forums,
Uh-huh.
and but I don't think it's like a big known issue because if you're just putting it onto your head and doing a skiing video,
It's the
you're not
situation. Yeah.
yeah, you don't have a mic plugged into it, so the audio is not going to matter to you. But me someone that fishes, and I plug the mic into the GoPro, and I guess I'm savvy enough to be able to change shooting modes based on the conditions, like lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like not a it happens to a lot of people, but they don't realize that it's happening.
And they don't care because it's probably they it's like I just said, it's just situational. Like not many people are in that situation when it comes to low lighting and the setting that they knowingly know to go change the setting. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
going to be really rare to run into somebody like that. That's why.
Yeah. So that with the overheating and the GoPro Hero 11 is basically an upgraded GoPro Hero 10. I don't know if the 10 has the same problem. I haven't
You mean the
heard of
11?
it,
You mean the
but
11? Yeah.
yeah, 11.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it's the same shit.
Well, supposedly they were working on the overheating for the 11, but who knows? I don't
It
know.
still overheats.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's still overheats, but I don't think they can get away with it with having that small of a camera and then lithium battery and then
Yeah.
running it for hours.
Yeah, but the GoPro Hero 5 never overheated.
See, that's the weird thing. I mean, my 7, I don't think I've ever really had an over. I mean, it would just shut. It would do the GoPro thing of just like freeze, but I've never had an overheating. Knock on wood with the 7. So
Yeah,
you're right. I don't know.
that's on top of the usual GoPro freezing,
Yeah.
won't
Yeah.
turn
Yeah.
on,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
crashes. You got to open up the thing, pull out everybody that uses GoPros knows exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But if you don't use GoPros, they are not reliable cameras. They'll freeze. Sometimes they won't turn on. Sometimes,
Battery out, battery in, baby.
yep. Sometimes they won't turn off. You got to open it up, pull the battery out, put it back in. It is a
Yep.
known thing for GoPros. Even with the newest GoPro, um, I had to do it for the GoPro Hero 5 all
Dang.
the way up until the GoPro Hero 10. So
Yep.
5 generations of cameras,
That's true.
and uh, people with the 11 have to do it still too. It's getting better, but you would think after 6 generations.
A decade. It's been about over a decade.
Well, the freezing thing wasn't really a problem until the 5 came out.
Yes. No, you're right on that. I never had issue. I had the 4 and the 3. I never had, you're right. I never had that issue
Yeah.
with those ones. But hey, see, this is part of the reason why I was like, man, that's why I got so frustrated towards recording for fishing. All that shit, all the fish is going to cooperate. The audio sucks. All the cameras. I got to the point like, all right, I got it. It wasn't fun no more. That's what I'm saying. I was like,
Yeah.
see, this is the thing. A lot of people, who watch YouTube videos, like, what, they don't understand what people who's recording content for fishing stuff go through, and that's why I'm telling you, dude. That's why it became no fun. I was like, man, how can fishing not be fun? Well, when you're
Right.
trying to record content and if it doesn't work right, it's like, man, I was like, all right, it became no fun. That's why I was like, all right, I gotta take a break, and then it is what it is. But no, I was just questioning you because we had a quick convo, and I feel you, bro. I feel you, man.
Yeah, I went off for like 10 minutes bitching about my GoPro.
It's all
For
good, dude.
it's still an ongoing saga. I have
It
no idea what's gonna happen
it's
because
it sucks. I feel you, dude. No,
basically,
I feel you.
yeah, I'll chat. They have a online support chat, but it's only certain times a day. It's only during the week. So
Yeah.
basically, I'll reach out to them, chat with them. Then I gotta wait till the next day. They'll
Dude,
email me.
you are unpaid employee for GoPro at the moment.
I know.
They're literally using you as their quality control. Like, okay, we got to figure out this bug because there could be other people who has the same damn issue. But this guy's doing it. We're doing it for free. They ain't
No,
paying you.
the problem is they haven't admitted that it's a bug yet. They
Yes,
keep
that's true. That's the. Of course, they're not going to admit that. Come on, dude. They're not going to admit that they made a mistake or there's an issue with their newest, product
not newest, but
or one of the newest. But
yeah,
one other
pretty new. It was new up until like
last couple
4
months ago.
months ago,
Yeah, that's what I
and
was
I've
saying.
been on this saga since the end of November.
November. Dang, crazy.
Jesus.
Last day. I know you talked to Butters a lot. What's going on? Is he recording or what's up, man?
I don't know, man. he's got what, 2 videos out.
Yeah, come on,
He
Butters.
he just doesn't record. That's his problem. And
Shit.
I like he doesn't have a computer,
Oh,
so he
that's gonna
can't
be
always
hard.
upload it. He can't always upload and edit either. Um, I don't know. I think he just got FOMO or something. Like, oh, he sees me recording. He's like, man, I want to record too.
He saw me too, though. I was like, but
But
you, it's a
I
lot of
think,
work,
yeah, I
man.
think now he sees how much work it is. He's like, oh, okay, maybe it isn't so easy as I thought it was. I mean, I can't say for sure that that's what he's going through, but I feel like
Gotcha.
that is what he's going through.
We'll get you back on Butters. Yeah, I was just giving you a hard time. Like, man, 2 videos. I'm like, where you at? It was excited to see some more, but no, I get that, man, because I get to that point. Like I said, I will post videos whenever I can. I'm just like, whenever the fish cooperates, I think that's my biggest thing is time to get on the water, and then if the fish cooperates, if I can upload a video, and then plus I just wanted to make it fun. It was no fun. It got to the point where it wasn't fun for me, and I didn't want that, and that's why. But
Yeah. See, and I even when he was going out fishing with me and stuff, when like, you bring your GoPro, he's like, no, I didn't bring it. I was like, how are you gonna make videos then? And then he get mad when he doesn't
catches a
have
good
his
fish.
video and then he catches good fish. Like that's why you always bring the GoPro, dude. Always bring the
Always be
GoPro.
recording. No,
Always record.
no, I'm with you on that one. Even when this is the thing, whenever I go fish, I'm always gonna be recording. I may not make a video, but I'll always be recording. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you never know,
Yeah,
man.
you never know. I'm
If
gonna
I don't
record.
bring my GoPro and then
Yeah,
I catch something really nice and I can't share it with everybody,
that's true. But I,
I'm gonna be kind of salty.
but my biggest thing though, I'm not gonna sweat if my IO's shitty or something doesn't work. If I don't even catch fish, I'm not gonna sweat it. I'm just gonna wear it. You just literally wear it and I just hit the
Yeah,
record. So that's my thoughts. I'm just gonna record. But if it makes the video great, if not, I'm sorry. So you guys can see I haven't been fishing. I haven't posted anything. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that's my thoughts. So
See, if you take it out and you try to record and you don't catch nothing, that's one thing. But
yeah,
if you go and you just don't bring your GoPro and you catch fish, you can't be mad at the fact that
nope,
you
nope,
didn't bring your GoPro,
hundred
or
percent.
you can't make a video because you didn't bring your GoPro.
Very true, man.
I don't know. I guess I'm just used to it. I take it everywhere with me, and I actually started taking out my big camera, this same camera here, because like I said, I've been fed up with GoPros, so I've been using my big camera more.
Hey, so if you guys listen to this far, freaking badass are you guys? You guys listen to the 15-minute tangent. I already knew it. I was opening up a can with this guy. I knew he was like this GoPro thing. He's like beyond because we all if you're a fishing content creator, if you record your fishing shit on GoPro, you know the exact freaking headache he's going through. It's
Yes.
100%. Everybody knows it. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm sorry, dude. He had to go through that. That does suck, man. But
See, I'm not jumping ship yet, but I'm not gonna get
okay,
the newest GoPro when it comes out. And I recommend anybody that's trying to get into fishing YouTube videos, just get an older GoPro. Get the
yeah, fives.
that's
I would say but 5 to 7, 5 to 8 might be good. I would say
yeah, 8. I say
eight,
maybe even the 9
nine. Well, the
because
nine, you got the front view, so that's nice. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
think the 9 did.
You
Did the
sure?
9 have it?
I thought the nine had the yeah. I'm pretty sure if you like vlogging or you doing a selfie or whatever, I think the nine did. I'm pretty sure it did.
So get whatever GoPro that is not the newest style. So the 10 and 11. So the 11 is kind of a iteration on the 10.
Yeah.
So just don't get those two. Get anywhere from the 5 to the, I want to say 9, but just to
Yeah.
be safe, I'll say the 8, because those were kind of the same. Uh, Basically the 6, 7, and 8 were iterations on the 5.
Yeah.
Sure, the 5 has its own problems, like you need a stupid adapter to
Yes.
use a microphone.
The seven. Yes. So stupid, dude. But
But this stupid thing, and
yeah.
these
Yes. It's
are
annoying.
junk.
That's what
This is my
I
second one.
that's what I'm using.
So
So
there's like, man, it's just, look at me, I'm getting stressed out. There
this is hilarious, dude. No,
I'd
because I
rather
feel you. I feel your fucking pain, man. I know.
Just get the older cameras. They don't overheat, so at least it'll
Yes.
be one less thing to worry about. Sure, the footage might not look as good, but they won't overheat, and you won't have this microphone bug. You might have, this going out on you, but man, I think I'd rather deal with this
Yeah.
than the overheating and the audio bug issue.
But anyways, YouTube, you can't even upload. Let's just take. All right, you can't upload beyond 1080. Anyways,
Yeah, you can. You do 4K.
do you? I mean, you can upload, but it's still. Does it really?
Yeah, you do 4K on
Is
YouTube.
it
There's
pretty?
4K videos on YouTube. Like
Oh,
Jay Siemens videos are 4K.
yeah. That's why his shit looks so good. That's why.
Yeah.
But
But you need a crazy computer to edit
that's.
4K
I'm pretty.
videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like shit, 4K. Yeah, you. I can't edit anything in beyond 2K. Shit, try edit in 2K.
Most people take, I think a lot of people that don't have a gaming PC like I do,
Yeah.
when you go render a video, like how long did it take you to render a video
Uh.
in Premiere? Like all night? Like,
Yeah, it would take hours, many hours. So what I towards when I was figuring it out, I would edit videos half, if not even like in 5 minute increments. I would
yeah,
edit that so that I don't have to render it and then export it. You know what I'm saying? And then just
yeah.
slowly do that way. I'd break it up.
Oh,
Um,
you render it while you're editing
yeah,
it.
yeah. You have to because, like you're just saying, I don't. I'm running. I edit everything off my laptop, so it's not even. I don't even have a PC. Like you're just saying, I don't have enough RAM. I forgot my the RAM on this. I think it's like a 16-ish, 16 gigs, I think, and then that's barely enough. And then I'm telling you guys, yeah, you got to have the right computer to edit anything and beyond. Because then there's some videos where I couldn't even edit, and it's so frustrating
Right.
because
So,
it would crash
yeah. So like a 20-minute video, how long do you think that'll take you to render?
overnight at least.
Yeah,
If
overnight, right?
sometimes, and this is a sad thing because you think it's keeping going, but then you come check in the morning like what the fuck? It just like
Right.
it freezes or whatever, just it's technology, dude. It's just not 100% perfect. No, it at least overnight, 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, that's for 1080p video. So if you want
Yeah,
to render a 4K video,
you
which
better.
is four times the no wait, is it? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's four times the resolution of 1080p. So it will take four times as long.
So you need to spend about $2,000 or $3,000 on your computer to edit that video. No, 100. I'm just telling. This is the honest truth. To be able to edit a 4K video for 20-minute video like that, you're probably gonna need about $2,000 to $3,000 computer to be to have the capacity to render and edit that video.
Right. See, my computer for 1080p 60, I'd say it takes um 30 seconds for each minute of the video. So if I have a 20-minute video, it'll take my computer 10 minutes to render it.
Damn, must be nice. I don't.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
there's all these things you got to consider.
Yeah. No, I'm just so if you guys are listening, sorry, man, we got into some tech geek bullshit, but it's the very truth. When we're editing videos, I had no idea. I jumped into content creating. I'm like, how hard could it be to edit a 1080p video? I'm like, how I can record on my phone. How hard could it be to edit it, right?
Mhm.
It's not even the editing as much as like you're saying the rendering, like the oh man, it just puts so much. That's why I'm telling you, dude. That's why all that stress level. I was just like, God, this shit suck, man. I'm trying to edit even a 10-minute video, a nice 10-minute video. And then I was like, okay, I render it, whatever. I edit it, cut it, paste, whatever, put music, whatever, transitions, everything. And then you try to render it overnight, and then the shit freezes. And then you're supposed to post a video that day. And then I got a 3-year-old crying. I got to take her to school. And then I got to take the other kid. You see the stress level there? I was just like, golly, this sucks.
Yeah, that's why I'm so fortunate that I've found a stride, and
Yeah.
I've built up enough of a backlog.
Yeah. So
I'll,
see,
I'll
that's
look
what I'm
there.
talking about. We're just talking about just the editing part. We're not even talking about going out, make sure you catch fish. you
Yeah.
know, and then somewhat be entertaining. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's why I'm just like, it's a lot. So, like you were saying, I think butter. Sorry, man, I wasn't trying to talk shit, but or make you feel bad for not recording, but understandable. It's a lot of different aspects that go into when you try to create a YouTube channel.
Hmm. See, I'm on the cusp of doing 2 videos a week, but man,
Damn, must be nice.
I don't know.
Do
I
it.
got a big backlog and I could just sit on it for like 3 months if I wanted to.
Yeah. But it's up to you. You decide on that, man. But yeah, sorry guys, we went on a tangent because I totally understand where fishing kit's coming from. In big part, that's kind of the reason why I took a hiatus, man. That's why I took a sabbatical. I guess what Kit called it. I took a
Yeah.
sabbatical from recording fishing, from fishing. I was IR, injured reserve. I just for everything, dude. I just had to take a sabbatical from that shit. It was just a lot, man. Just a lot, especially when I'm trying to raise a family, keep a wife happy, keep a job, keep a house over,
Yeah.
a roof over the head. It's a lot of work. This shit, at the end of the day, this shit is still a hobby. It's just for fun. It's not like I'm making any money off of this shit.
Yeah. I guess that's why a single guy like me can have 3-month backlog on YouTube.
There you go, guy. All right, man. It's been fun, dude. So like I guys said, if you guys listen to this far, we're gonna try and do once a month. We'll have some other episodes if we can in between. This guy will probably have a little bit more time to record if he wants, but definitely commit to once a month. Beginning of the month, we'll probably do the first Monday of every month. We'll probably release an episode. Be fun. But other than that, like I said, my channel, if I can get good content, I will edit and release when I can go fishing once this thing is healed. But until then, I mean, just stay tuned whenever I can release videos on that one, man. But
Yeah, I'm still there once a week, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. at least until May 24th. That's my last open water video that I got lined up right now.
okay, there you guys go. So make sure you guys go check out Fishing Kit YouTube. I committed. I have not watched any fishing channel videos, anything for 2.5 months now. But I did watch his. His was the last video I watched. But I did commit. I will watch at least one fishing video a week. I will commit to the homie over here only. But this is the only thing I will watch. His only one way is this guy got to pay up his damn donkey kicks, guys. He still owes me and 2 slams. He still owes me the 2 slams. It's been 2.5 years. He still owes me 2 slams. We gotta get him to pay up on that shit, man. Please.
I'll do it off camera.
All right. Okay, you can do it off camera, but you got at least to do the 2 slams on camera. Maybe are you gonna go down Memorial Day?
Where?
Memorial Day weekend. Where you caught the striper.
Oh, I didn't know I didn't know that was happening.
Letting you know now. Or not down over there.
For sure. Is
It's
it already
it's
booked?
it's already booked.
Okay.
So Memorial Day weekend, maybe we can get this guy to slam those damn 2 beers he's owed me for 2 years. I think so.
Yeah.
I think we'll make it happen.
Maybe we'll talk about it like next month.
Yeah.
Or maybe the month after.
May. Is it March? May. It's May. Yeah, we got a couple months. Don't worry. You got time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's booked for sure. So we'll do a trip on that one in May. So you guys stay tuned. It'll be fun. But yeah, like I said, appreciate you guys listening to this far. Like I said, check out Fishing Kit's YouTube channel, and we will release one episode of this. I mean, at least I can commit one episode a month on this. Don't forget sports, gambling, cards, sports talk, MAPOP, sports. Other than that, man, it's been fun, man. Till next time.
All right. Good to have you back.
I'm back, bitches. Cheers.